Hey guys, this is Hani Faraj with BC House Finders. We are a top 1% real estate team for 2017 and a Medallion Club team for the previous other years. But today I want to talk to you. We're currently looking to hire a couple of people to join our team. We have way too many leads, and we definitely need a couple of good people that can help us close some leads. And but before I go and hire you, and before you request more information, do me a favor and just go through this presentation and see if you would be a good fit for our team or any other team for that matter. So the first thing I would do is just go through this presentation and see if you think you'd be a good fit. If so, then please request more information. If not, you know what, it's completely fine. And thanks for watching the video. Um, So the first thing, before you even go join a team, or even if you are stuck, most of the people that, before they get into real estate, most of the time, what happens is you need money. Like I've recently this has happened to me a couple of times, but people come to me and they're like, I need to close something. And I say, well, how much runway do you have? Runway is how much money do you have to last you if you didn't make any money from any kind of business, whether it's real estate or otherwise, right? So, you know, I know it's hard, and I know that you're stuck, and I know you're frustrated, and you just want an example. But when you come to me or you go to any team, you got to be honest with yourself. How much money do you have to last you for how many months? Okay, and I call that runway. Believe it or not, this is so sad, but I used to work at a company, and I remember one time the manager broker sent me something. He's like, oh, you know what, this guy just came here and he wants to join a team and whatever. And I asked the realtor, I was like, can I ask you a question? How much money do you have? And he's like, I barely have enough money to last me through the month. And I then went to my manager broker and I said, buddy, are you serious? Like, you hired this person knowing that they don't have any more money? He's like, well, not my problem. So it's really sad. But, if you don't have enough money to last you for a month or two, please save your money, deactivate your license, and just go save some money and come back and find me. Make sure you have at least 6 months to 18 months worth of money to last you in real estate without making anything. And that could be your business expenses as well as your personal expenses. Okay, that's really important. Okay, so your personal expenses and your business expenses. Business expenses, even if you don't make any money, you still have to pay your office dues. You still got to pay the MLS. You still got to pay your local board. Okay, guys. So that's really important. Second thing is make sure you're honest with people. Like, you tell them the truth. Like, hey, I only have $5. Because that's gonna tell me and tell the other team leader, how I can help you. Fair enough? Okay. Now, a couple of things, qualities that we're looking for, and these are more values based. You have to be 100% ethical, hardworking, selfless. Being a part of a team, a lot of times, like, this happens, unfortunately. People will come here like, please help me, just help me, I want to make a lot of money. And then all of a sudden they start making money, and they're like, oh, I want to just my poster on here, and I just want my picture. And that's not possible. We are a team. So even myself, it's never just even myself on a thing. It's always about the team and the team name. So that's really important. You have to be coachable, meaning I've had people, and unfortunately this is sad, but some people, they're just not coachable. You tell them something and they're just not doing it. They're just listening. They're going to learn for nothing. So you have to be able to implement things and be open-minded about things. You have to be adaptable, because real estate does change all the time. It's important for you to be adaptable in terms of, when the market shifts, you got to change things around. You got to say things. You got to provide better value to other person. You have to be optimistic. Optimism, even I have a problem with this sometimes. Imagine you're calling 100 people and nobody wants to talk to you, or nobody wants to meet with you, even if they are supposedly gave you information and to contact them, but they're just not a good time, or they're not looking to buy for 6 months or whatever. You have to be optimistic, meaning regardless where the lead came from and how much they're buying for, or how much they're selling for, or whatever, you have to be excited about it. And because that's going to help you, that's going to attract people to you. Okay, you have to care about the work you do. I can tell you this. We had an agent one time, or basically this lady was just very transactional. She just did deals just to do deals, and she just wanted the money and stuff like that. And people saw that, and every time we sent out for a review, what would happen is literally people would just give her bad reviews. Like, we just felt like she was just transactional, and that wasn't good. You have to see value in the team. What that means is we give you so many tools and so many different things. If you don't see value in that, unfortunately, you're not going to stick around very long. And it's not good for us, it's not good for the team, and it's not good for you either because you're going to be jumping around a lot. So the team has its own values, and when in the during the interview process, you're either going to see it or not. If you don't see it up front, that's okay. But at least don't join the team if you don't see a value in it. You have to be a problem solver. A lot of us in the real estate, we're problem solvers. We're here to help people fix their issues or whatnot. So that's part of our identity. So hopefully that's you. Critical thinker, meaning sometimes you don't have to come to me, even though I'm always here for help. You don't have to come to me with everything. Try to think of the solution. Before on your own. It's cool if you're new and all that. I'd love to help, but at the same time, think of it. Okay, what would you do? And it's always you got to think of from the client's perspective, not from your own perspective and what's good for you in your pocketbook. Okay. Last thing is I think you have to have common sense. Common sense is important, but not everybody has it. I love people who have common sense, and I will ask you about that, how you demonstrate that in an interview. Okay. Couple of things also in real estate. Don't ever. I used to tell this to people, and I used to always say, what? There's no such thing as real estate and being successful without sacrifice. Okay, you're gonna have to sacrifice something. Think about it. When you're working for somebody making 20 bucks an hour, you're in an office or you're doing something. Guess what? You don't sacrifice anything. You're working 9 to 5, Monday, Saturday, Sunday. You're off. In real estate, that's not happening. Part of the thing is when somebody responds to a text or they're like, hey, you know what? Can I please look at this? You got to drop everything you're doing and respond to them because otherwise they're going to find somebody else who will. Okay, you're going to have to sacrifice family time, nights and weekends. There's been many nights where I have to bathe my son or I have to spend a night with my wife and I'm like, sorry babe, but I have to do this because I have a huge paycheck. I've been working with this guy for days or months and now he's ready to buy. What am I going to do? Just let him go and he'll buy with somebody else? Of course not. So it's important to recognize that that's part of the job. Individuality. When you're part of a team or when you're in real estate, what happens is individuality. It's not about you anymore. It's not about your needs. It's about your client's needs, number one. And number two is the second thing is, you can't come to a team or join a team and think, I'm going to have my face everywhere. Sure, your face is on a business card on our website, but at the same time, individuality is kind of, you're no longer you're our team, basically. You may have to sacrifice commissions. Some teams are 50%, they take away 50%. Some people take more. With us, we have a tier structure. You may have to work, you may have to sacrifice work and life. Sometimes you work a lot, sometimes you don't work a lot. You have to be able to be flexible enough to find that balance, or I don't call it balance. There's no such thing as balance. It's more about counterbalance. If that makes any sense. Okay. Couple of things also, if you are going to be part of a team, at least part of our team, we care very much about accountability. That's really important to us. Meaning I talk to my team every day, if not every week, at least once a week. We talk about, look guys, what are you doing this week? What have you done this week? How many calls did you make? What happened? How many meetings did you have? What was the result of that? How can I help? Do you want to make calls together? That's all accountability. That will literally increase your production by at least 50%, if I can tell you that. Okay, so you have to be open to be accountable with us. I've literally let go of people because they didn't care about their education. They thought this business is just showing houses and meeting people, and that wasn't it. You have to be committed to real estate education. Okay. Personally, I probably spend a good 10 hours a week on education. I look at not only educating myself on real estate, I look at educating myself in different areas of life, which makes me hopefully a better person and a better realtor, a better husband, a better father, a better brother. So you have to be definitely committed to this. If you're not committed to education, then it's not a good fit. You're not going to be a good fit for us. But more importantly, you should just do it. Even if you're not part of a team, you should always be educating yourself. Fair enough? Okay. Last but not least is if you are thinking of joining a team or our team and I didn't scare you by this time, you've gone through this presentation and now you're like, honey, I think I want to talk to you more. Please do me a favor and just either call me or just click, subscribe to the information on this page and give me your information and I'll contact you about how to do what the next steps are. Fair enough? Thank you and have an amazing day. Cheers. Bye.